9, 9. I'm going to go for a raise here. Get called. I think on this turn card, we don't want to bet too big here. I think. Actually, no. I think we do want to go for an overbet, given stack sizes have very little time bank on the right. Okay, so we get called again. So I think we have a pretty clear jam now. Good luck. Just hope we don't have jacks. And he has jacks. Nice hand. It's pretty much the only hand I think we lose to there. And ace king, we get 4-bet here versus jack. And for this sizing, I think we're just going to go all in. And he's cooled us again. Nice hand, jack. Queen. Okay, nice hand, jack. Ace deuce suited. Going to go to a flop. And on this board texture, facing this bet sizing, we're going to go for a small check raise. So just thinking what ace high floats that he would have here. I think we're going to check on this turn card. So when the second ace now peels, he's obviously less likely he's got an ace now. So I think we have the best hand here, more likely than not. So we are of course going to lead the river and try to get called by some queen highs or some queen x. Ace 10, meanwhile, I think with the nut flush draw, we can check raise it, as we can sometimes be check raising for value here versus inferior flush draws in addition to his king x hands. And on the turn card, which doesn't really change anything, rather still crushing his flush draws or behind his king x hands. We are going to bet twice, but just for like a medium sizing. We do get raised, which was kind of what I was afraid of. I think he's accurately put us on a draw, or at least an inferior king x hand. So I like if he's making this play now with ace king, but of course we don't fold with ace 10 spades. I think we have to lead this river card. I don't think he's going to be betting any hands worse here for value. So we definitely do want to lead here. So let's just go for a less than half pot size. Yeah, I think he made the correct snap fold there. So we see a short stack here, open for 3x. We've got aces. I think we're just going to try and ISO this player. And let's hope that Grumpy 87 here has picked up a hand here. And it looks like he has. So it'd be good if this guy jams now. I think we have to call here and hope that Grumpy was trapping us and decides to back jam. I don't think we go all in here. I think we want to cap our range and make ourselves look as weak as possible. So I think we're going to continue with the call and hope Grumpy jams. And he jams. Alright, let's go guys. Let's try to win some money back. Jack in the window. Oh, man. Nice hand, nice hand. Run into aces with ace king, get smashed. And then we have aces ourselves against jacks and we get smashed. Flop 2 pair, top 2 pair, run into turn to top set and we get smashed. Don't know what I can really do about that, boys. Okay, ace 9. Let's see a flop. Let's start betting top pair here with $1.99. So we get check raised. I think the best line here is to just continue with the call. Of course, he can have his overpairs here, flush draws. So I think that's probably the most likely range we're up against here. I don't think we're up against sets because I don't think he would go for that sizing. So I think we're going to continue with calling. I don't think there's much value here in us betting unless we're targeting specifically 10-9, Queen-9 hands. I think that's probably the only hands we can get value against here. So I think we'll try and target his weaker 9x hands here with this bet on the river. We wouldn't need to bet so big anyway if we were trying to fold out his flush draws, and that's the only flush draw hand that beats us. That river's the jack. 7-8 suited. We're going to raise up here, and we can easily call limp 3 bets as well. And it's not a very friendly flop for 7-8. But we do pick up a turn, pick up a pair here on the turn. So we are going to continue with 7-8. And again, it's not a great river card here, as this bluff's now also complete. I suppose he does have some queen jacks and jack nines in there as well. And I think he can also comfortably value bet his 10x hands as well, as played. So I think he has too much value here. So we're going to let go of a pair of eights. Ace king of diamonds facing a lead. We're going to raise, and ace jack, we're going to delay c-bet for small here. He leads the turn again. I think if he was a lot deeper, we'd go in for another raise, but given what he's got behind, I think it's only best to call or jam here, and I think I'm leaning towards call. Bets another half pot again. I was going to say, I don't think he has 8-9 because I think he'd size up a lot bigger on the turn. I think we're good here, but I don't think we're good enough to jam, so I think we just call. And it looked like he had 5 deuce there. Full 7 of diamonds, and facing a half pot on this board texture, I think we'll continue with just a call. We see a nice brick turn card. I'm very surprised to see a check here, given a half pot sizing on the flop. I don't see why he would ever slow down if he had an ace. It leads me to believe he's got absolute air now, I think. I don't think he has an ace or a flush draw. So for that reason, we're just going to go for a small bet on the turn. I don't think we want to bet too big here. He does continue. So I think now he has 9x then hand. I hope it's not 8. I hope it's not king 9. So I think we'll continue betting for a small sizing. Nice. Wow. So he had ace 5. I don't see why he would slow down there. I think those hands should be betting twice for value. Okay, so we've seen open and a min 3 bet. I think we're going to just call with ace queen suited here. Okay, that looks like a good start to me. And we face pot. I guess we have to continue on the flop. Very happy to see the check on the turn. We're going to check back. Glad to not see a king, but now we see another pot size bet. I can't fold ace queen here. Ace 7 of clubs. I think we will call once as well with the backdoor flush draw. I think in addition to the gut shot, some good things can happen if we can backdoor into our flush here. And we can play this hand because we have position. I don't think we can peel if we had a7 of clubs, like in this spot, for example. So we can continue calling here. Very tough for people to be bluffing this board now, given any 8 completes a straight, which any one of us can have quite easily in this hand. But there is still plenty of bluffs here. I think it's much harder given we're multi-way. I wonder if we were heads up, could sometimes hero this versus his like queen jack of spades. I think it's just too hard to continue, especially with this guy behind. There's a lot of missed draws in this from this guy here. Okay, it's quite a strong flop here for ace 4 of clubs. And we'll start with a C bet. So we improved the 2 pair, which shouldn't really mean much to be fair. And we'll start checking the turn now. And we're obviously not folding. And I think we'll check again to check call rivers. Yeah, we're going to snap call overbet. Rivers set of eights. Yeah, I think it's just probably just the spot where they're never really bluffing. I think they would just always check back hands that we beat and only bet hands that we lose to. So I think maybe that was a bad call with the ace 4 of clubs. Okay, that's the end, guys. So a very tough session today. I think we were like down 6 buy-ins, had some really horrible spots, lost all our 3-bet pots. But hey, sometimes these things happen, and you just have to roll with it. Not much else you can really do, just not to lose your mind over it too much. Anyhow, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for joining, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you next time.